Your Excellency, as Kilifi continues to grow, key sectors such as agriculture, tourism, education, healthcare, and energy stand to benefit immensely from digital transformation. By harnessing the power of data, Kilifi can improve decision-making, optimize resource management, and enable evidence-based policies. Additionally, fostering innovation can spark entrepreneurship, attract investment, and create job opportunities, particularly for the youth. This session will explore how data, innovation, and technology can act as game changers for Kilifi. It will address strategies for integrating digital tools into key sectors, building digital skills within the community, and ensuring inclusive access to technology. The discussion will also highlight the importance of partnerships between government, private sector players, and innovators in creating a digitally empowered and future-ready Kilifi. By embracing digital transformation, Kilifi can not only accelerate its development, but also serve as a model for other regions aiming to thrive in a technology-driven world. To kick us off in the discussion, I would like to throw an open question to our panelists. And I'd like to invite, especially from the extreme right, the Chief Officer, Agneta Karembo. What does digital transformation mean for Kilifi County in your own view, and why is it critical for its future development?
Your Excellencies and our esteemed guests, good morning. For me, or for the whole county government of Kilifi, digital transformation will mean systems that will enable very effective service delivery for all, will also ensure connectivity to the extreme ends of Kilifi County. As we know, we have a very vast county, and also ensuring that we have youth and women who are digital or have digital skills that can enable them access spaces that can economically empower them, and for the whole society as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What are immediate and long-term steps needed to build a thriving tech ecosystem in Kilifi? I invite you, Mr. Alkags, to respond to this question. What are immediate and long-term steps needed to build a thriving tech ecosystem in Kilifi, in your own view?
You know, I think that we have already started. I have seen many young people who are already learning how to code. They are learning how to use technology in different fashions. In Malindi, we have a center called Maono, where we have 700 members so far, most of them being in the Gen Z sort of age group. And these young people are doing some immense work in terms of organizing and mobilizing, on the ground. But they're also using technology to learn about the county budgets. They're using technology to learn about the services that are being provided. And they're also contributing to how to make those better. I was just talking about the data collection that was being done by these young people. That's a very immediate opportunity that we currently have. I can tell you for a fact, Your Excellency, recently you banned Mugoka. You banned Mugoka because you are being asked by everybody what is happening. What are you going to do about Mugoka? Because they had seen a video that was developed by a young lady who was very passionate. She's a Swahili lady who's very passionate about how Mugoka is affecting people, and she took it upon herself to create that film. She's a community manager at Maono, and if you hear her story, then which I invite you all to watch, it's on YouTube. But if you hear her story, then you begin to realize just how much technology empowers people. Today, she is now inviting other young Swahili girls to come over to Maono, and she's teaching them how to use a computer, how to code, and so on and so forth. These are girls who are supposed to have been married off. But because of the fact that there's an opportunity, they begin to see a new hope in life. I'm saying here that in terms of immediate steps, we can begin to replicate creating spaces for young people to begin to learn how to use technology. We are happy to support the creation of maonos in different parts of Kilifi, so that then you have people coming from their homes to go and learn, to go and engage with each other, and most importantly, to open their minds. Because for as long as they can open their mindsets, the opportunities are endless. Right now, there's a big discussion about AI globally. How AI can be actuated here, and we've already started at Maono, is by having young people to begin to have conversations around what is possible with AI and how can AI begin to speak our own languages. The biggest gap that currently is existing and that people are foreseeing in the near future is twofold. Number one is the fact that AI is going to end up speaking English and our people speak Kiswahili. How do we make sure that AI speaks Kiswahili so that our people become producers of AI and not just consumers? Number two is the question of data governance. Your Excellency, at one point we went and asked people at random what they think a cookie is. You know the cookies that you accept on your computers. They said cookies are biscuits. We asked them what do they think data is. They said data is bundles. Meanwhile, they are taking pictures of themselves next to their homes with their children, and we can immediately begin to triangulate. This person and their child lives here, and KCZ 692F is theirs. And so we can begin to, grab a hold of their data. So we've done a massive campaign to try and get people to understand how they can protect their data, how they can begin to protect their data when they're using social media, but most importantly, how they can begin to hold themselves accountable for what is available online, so that then it becomes possible. The final thing that I would say is this. In terms of the long-term engagements that we need to do, is that we need to put in money, actual financing, to innovators who are here in Kilifi. There is an organization called Guzo Hub that has done really well in Malindi. There are many other organizations. If you go to Nairobi and you look at the iHub ecosystem, and you go to Mombasa and you see what is being produced at the Swahili Port ecosystem, there's a lot more that can be produced here in Malindi, and we need to begin to invest hard cash into a lot of that. Thank you.
Thank you for your response, Mr. Al. Next, I will move to Ms. Brenda Mbati, and the question for you is, how can innovation drive economic growth in Kilifi?
Thank you. I'd like to say that at the core of any innovation is inclusivity, bringing people along. Your Excellency Governor, you've done an incredible job. Your Deputy Governor is a lady, and half of your CEC are ladies with very important dockets. Thank you, sir, for leading the way and being very inclusive. That inclusivity can actually translate to a lot more. If the governments can start to consider, even at the county level, perhaps using blockchain and other fintech solutions to improve land titling, which is always very sensitive, but to look at these processes so it ensures transparency to allow more investment. You're also doing so much in terms of attracting investment, but you may need to go a little further and see how you can actually loop in everything into the entire ecosystem to ensure that an investor's process to enter your ecosystem is as smooth as possible. Green financing. This was mentioned yesterday, sir. You have an abundance of solar, and we need to see how we can attract more solar to align with the global trends in sustainability and allow you to attract access to green bonds, etc., more financing into your county. These are some of the innovations you can use. Digital payment, that is a journey, and I'm sure you're already embracing it. But I think if you look at inclusivity, which you've started, the ladies, the youth, look at fintech solutions, blockchain, especially with regards to land titling, procurement, systems, digital payment ecosystems, and finally the low-hanging fruit of green financing, which will truly support you and your county.
Thank you. Thank you. Round of applause for her. Thank you. I would like to direct my next question to Mr. Isaac Mwabonje. What, in your view, are the biggest challenges